Dear students, welcome to Buddha IAS. Welcome to IAS 2023 batch. This is a very special batch where we are dedicating ourselves to the success of students. Here we are using one best way. This one best way is not irrational, illogical. It is based on reason. It is based on logic. As I have explained you, before 16th of September 2022, that is the date on which 2022 UPSC IAS aspirants will be having mains examination. Before that, we will be covering more than 50% of your GS syllabus. We will be covering ethics in first month. We will be covering essay. Along with that, we will be collaborating these subjects with social justice, society, polity, and governance. This all will be the part which is there in your interview, right? Having said that, let us proceed with the class. Those of you who have just appeared and who are not aware, this is a class where we are beginning the things with some of the important things which are given in mains. There is a logic, there is a sequence in which students have to study. We have been following that. And like as I told you, we have got students whom, like with confidence, I can say that they will get rank in 24 and 25 because they are preparing for that. Those students have already completed prelims, mains, and they are now completing their optional. See, this is why I'm saying is we are targeting for 2023. I have not come across a person in our batch like whom we can say that he will be getting first rank. But I have students, like I say with confidence, that they will be getting in 24 and 25. Who will be getting first rank? Can we discuss about prelims results? No. Gone is gone. We'll discuss. See, dear students, I'll be discussing everything. Like every topic in the syllabus we'll be discussing. How to read newspaper, how to make short notes, how to select optional, everything I will be covering. But since it's a beginning, let us start with some subject, some topic which is important, which is inevitable, which all should study. Meanwhile, we'll get into process. You will understand the flow. Afterwards, I will take up all these things like how to read newspaper, how to prepare for your CSAT examination. Everything will be taken care. Right. Okay, 23 first rankers, very good. Some of we already have 24 and 25. We'll see. My student, Vajiram, he has got second rank in KS. Like I told him the day he wrote the exam, he will be getting first rank. Arjun Vajiram was my student. In fact, he knew many things like I was not knowing, to be frank. So like we'll come to know because we'll be seeing thousands of students every year. So we have got first rankers, right? Very good. Don't worry, like it is a very, very simple exam, but the syllabus is very vast. The competitors are like you cannot imagine the competitors. See, just few seconds before I told, I know people who are preparing for 2025 and they have already completed everything. Options they are studying now. 24 also. So why I said this point is, when it comes to civil service preparation, there will be competitors you cannot imagine. You cannot imagine. If you think that competition for civil service IAS exam is 100, competition for the same group 1 services in state services, I'll put like nearly, it will be 25%. The main reason is not syllabus or anything, competitors. Because there are some people, they don't know anything other than IAS. They want to be IAS. They have been dreaming. Say, for example, there are, I think, more than 5,000 students who are studying integrated, 5,000 students who are studying for integrated IAS. See the competition. So why I said is, in IAS exam, you will be having this kind of competitors. That is the reason the exam become tough. The syllabus of UPSC is very, very easy, not even easy, very, very easy. But the UPSC exam is difficult because of two things. One is your competitors. Already, say for example, 2022. See here, 9 lakh who have not cleared will be writing next time. Keep that aside. Out of this 10,000, 1,000 think that they will be getting service. This 10,000 will also be writing next time. This 1,000 among the except IAS, all will be writing if they have got attempt. This is for true. Did you get why the things are very tough here? So what I say is, dear students, the syllabus of state services and UPSC is almost same. So never neglect state services. I know students who never cleared prelims, UPSC prelims, they never cleared, but they got top marks in state services. What is the reason? Main reason is competitors, right? This is one of the tip, because those who are preparing for IAS, they never think of state services. I too did that, because from the very beginning I was clearing prelims. Think a person who is clearing prelims, writing mains, and thinks of very big things. How can you think of the state services? So don't do the mistake what I did. In fact, the syllabus is almost same. Okay. Don't worry, we will help you. We'll try our best so that you reach first rank. One of the most important thing is you have to believe in yourself and us. Right? This is me. For those of you who are new, I have taught in many institutions. In this, I taught in Z5 Edura. There the experience was very awesome. Like I used to have like 2 people for makeup. After coming to shooting, this was the shooting spot. 2 camera people, one director, his name was director, 2 sound people, and 2 were called subject matter specialists. So everything was very different there, right? So I just share the information. It was an awesome experience, and I came to know like how the newspaper readers, so those who read news readers, they never used to blink. They used to tell some things. I was wondering how this happened. There will be something known as prompter. So one can see the things and just can read the things. On the prompter, you will be having camera. You will be seeing the camera, but the letters will be visible to you. Okay. That's out of syllabus. Okay. I am fresher and don't know how to move. I am just what is in the syllabus only, sir. Could you please guide me, sir? Sure. See now, just follow what we are doing. After 10 to 15 days, I'll take up everything. See, if I start taking the things, we'll be left with a lot of doubts, new things. So let's just go through some of the important things what one has to do in the beginning and which are important. After 5 to 10 days, I'll take up everything, especially for freshers, right? So this is a brief about me. I've taught in various institutions you are aware of. And now I am going to Nagaland next month. And these are the criteria you are aware of. We are finished with these things. Now we are moving to the thing which is present here. See here, as of now, we just had a brief idea of what is government and what is government. This is very important. Why I'm saying is, even those who have written prelims now, they are not having fair understanding. So what we do is, we'll once again go to this topic, because yesterday I found some people like they were not able to catch the concept. That is fairly good, because these are the difficult things. Even after reading Lakshmikant, you won't be having idea of these things. So I'll be revisiting these things, but little fast. Afterwards, I'll be covering bureaucracy, administration, public administration. If time permits, I'll cover these two also. So if these concepts are clear, see, when ethics is applied to this, what will happen? Ethics applied to public administration governance. So you should know what is government first, right? So those of you who had little confusion, just keep everything aside. Please focus here. I'll make the concept very clear, very simple, right? Now, like before you leave the class, the concept of government and governance should be very clear to you. ಯಾರೇ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಆ ತರ, right? With this, let's move forward. Government is divided into various ministries and departments, right? So ಈ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನೋಡಿ, ಚಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಲ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್. These things I have already explained. Just I have simplified the things. Government is divided into various ministries and departments. So clear? Just give me a thumbs up for this line. I think no confusion with this line. Any confusion? If no confusion, just say yes or give me a thumbs up so that I will move forward. Okay, let's say this here. Okay, great, Ramesh. Okay, next, government is divided into ministries and departments. Next question is, why is government divided into various ministries and departments? Don't worry about that. Very simple. One word. See, I want all my students to have one word first. If you have that one word, from then, we can just have 10 words. Sorry. Why is government divided into various ministries and departments? For the purpose of administration. Very simple. Enthuk divide agirodu administration goskara. What is administration? We'll look into that, right? For the purpose of administration, government is divided. So what are the parts of government? Ministries and departments. Secretariat is the totality of such ministries and departments. So what is secretariat? Government is consistent of some ministries and departments for the purpose of administration. If you put all this together, the totality is known as Secretariat. Is this clear to you? Any doubt till this point? Secretariat, is the concept of Secretariat clear? If yes, just give me a thumbs up. Secretariat. What does Secretariat consist of? Ministries and departments, right? Okay, moving forward, see, Secretariat, by now you know Secretariat means is equal to ministries plus departments. With the Secretariat with respect to center is known as Central Secretariat. Secretariat with respect to state is known as State Secretariat. I think this is fairly clear. We have explained the things, right? Just these things in word, in a sentence form. Central government for the purpose of administration is divided into various ministries and departments. Central Secretariat is the totality of such ministries and departments, right? Central Secretariat consists of all ministries and departments of the central government. Okay. Any doubt till here? If you have got any doubt, please let me know. Shall we move forward? Nodi istu gottidre innenadru political ಆಟ ಆಡಬಹುದು. Right? Is this clear? Okay. Okay, done. So this, you know, generally ministries are divided. So generally ministries are divided into 3 to 4 departments. This is general. But there can be only ministry without any department. And there can be department without being placed under any ministry. You are aware of. Like ministries and departments are headed politically by minister and administratively by secretary. 3-tier structure: political head, secretariat organization, executive organization. The function of ministries is to decide policy. Who makes the policies? Ministers. I'm going little fast. For those of you who are new, this is been covered. Yesterday we have covered this. I'm just like flashing the slides. Functions of Secretariat is to provide material on which to reach the decisions. Function of executive head is to carry out the decision into effect. So the analogy with respect to human body, you can make minister as a will, secretary brain, secretary executive head as hands. Political head will be generally cabinet minister, sometimes minister of state. Secretariat organization is headed by secretary, assisted by joint deputy under secretaries. Executive organization is headed by these people. Wherever you come across these things, these are the executive heads. They are not in secretariat, right? So coming to the concept of government, right? Can you explain why Ministries of External Affairs has no departments? We'll get into it. Please don't go in depth with respect to those things. Please, like my request, dear students, like you might have been preparing for last 1 year, 2 years, but here you think that you have started your preparation for the last 3 or 5 days, 3 to 4 days. Don't ask those questions. Don't ask those doubts which you had previously. So what I say is, this is the very beginning. We'll discuss all those things. If you have got any doubt with respect to the concept, with respect to the things I say, you can ask. Because we'll be having complete discussion of these things, everything in detail. If I take questions, I'll be stuck here itself. In fact, this is yesterday's topic, right? We'll move forward. I'll definitely explain those things. Okay, government and governance, we'll look into those things. Good governance and ethical governance, they are very simple. If I teach today itself, especially the newcomers will be confused. So I'll be covering these two. These are just like 1 or 2 words addition to these things. We'll cover these two later, right? So what is government? All of you, if someone is not attentive, please give due attention. Very important. Don't have anything other than these things with respect to concept. These are the very basic, very fundamental, important, and the crux, in fact. What is government? Government is a system. Government is a tool. Government is a means, right? So this government is just like any other organization. It's just like any other system, or it's a means, it's a device, or it's a way for what? To govern the country, to govern a country, right? So government is a system, or you can call that as a tool or a means. Means they all mean the same. So this tool we are using to govern a country, right? Any doubts till this point? Right? Moving forward, our government consists of legislature, executive, and judiciary. Right? Why? So now the mic is open. Those of you who wish to say, please do take the mic or just chat in the chat box. Why there is 3 branches? Why we have got 3 branches? Why government?
Separation of powers.
Please come again.
To separation the powers.
Separation of power. Okay, good. Next.
Hello.
Any other answer?
Hello.
Separation of powers. Next.
ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಕಾನೂನು ಸರಿ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ರು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ, ಸರಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಟ್ ದ ಲೋವರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ 3 ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್.
Okay, great. You are very near, but you can just you can modify them. Let me just right here. See here, as I told, this is a system. This is an organization. This is a tool, government. So now the problem arises as to how to make this work. See, people have decided that we should have something like government to govern the country. So, how to form that government? In this regard, what they have made is they have divided. Say, for example, think that this organization has some amount of power. Say it is X or it is 100 units of power. This unit of power is divided among 3. See, so all will be having only one third of the power. Is the concept clear to you? Separations of powers, checks and balances. The main concept is this one. For better administration, good. So please give due attention. Think that this is organization. In this, we have to give some amount of power. Say, for example, we have to give X amount of power, or we have to give 100 units of power. Our government has 100 units of power, hypothetical. So this power is divided among 3. So why it is divided? How is it divided? It is divided in such a way that when all this combined together, then only government runs. So unit 1, branch 1, branch 2, and branch 3. When they work, then only the system works. So the power is distributed among these. Right? Let me elaborate this further. Here, one is involved in policy making. One is involved in law making. Is called legislature. So here, with respect to legislation, with respect to making laws, with respect to making policy, so policy, legislation, act, or law, that is done by legislature. So your power enu nodappa law ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ. ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಪವರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಪವರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಲಾನ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲಾ? Executive. So here executive, what is the problem with executive? He is just implementing the laws which are made by someone. So see the beauty here. Did you get who makes laws? Who makes laws? Legislature makes laws, and it is implemented by executive. Right? So legislature is making laws, but he is not having any power. Say, for example, think that this is a country and this is a government. See, think. Say, for example, father makes laws, but he won't be implementing. He won't think that he is not having the power to implement. Who will be implementing these things? Mother. But mother is having implementing things. She is not having law making things. Think the other part. Even like grandfather, grandma, like head of, though they will decide whether the law done by father is correct or not. Right? So in this way, the power of an organization is divided among 3 branches. Right? These are the 3 branches. Legislative, this makes laws. So those of you who are new, laws, act, or policy. So anything, if you get, these are done by only these people. To implement these things, they have to make some like minute, they have to go for minute details. So to implement these laws, executive will make what is known as rules, regulations, bylaws. Right? Is executive branch of legislature? No, never. Don't confuse with your previous ideas. I'll take the things in a very flow way. There is parliamentary democracy, there is presidential democracy. There are things. Don't get confused. Take the things in a logical way, simple, like one by one we'll go. Right? What is separation of powers? Each organ or branch of the government, each branch or organ of the government exercises different powers. I told you what are those different powers. They are separate and independent. Those powers are executive, legislature, judiciary. They are separate and they are independent in their own spheres, right? Through separation of powers, we get another concept known as checks and balances. Tumba, like, please give your attention, especially those who are new. These are very, very value-loaded and powerful words. Previously, we discussed a concept known as separation of powers. So, since the powers are separation, this leads to another concept known as checks and balances. Through the separation of powers, that is your executive, legislature, and judiciary, each organ acts as a check. Each organ acts as a check on the other organ, on the other organs of the government. So, what is check? Each organ acts as a check on the other organ of the government. Like, there's lot there in the books. Don't worry, just this. What do you understand by checks and balances? Since we have separation of powers, or because of separation of powers, each organ acts as a check on the other organ of the government. And because of this check, this ensures balance of power. This ensures balance of power between all the three. Right? Moving forward, the concept of dual polity and diarchy. This should be very, very clear. See, those of you who have got confused, dual polity. What we have in India, we have got dual polity now. But before 1950, what we had is diarchy. From 1919, Government of India Act of 1919, which came into being, or which came into effect in 1921, till then, till the Constitution came into effect, we were having diarchy. What is the difference? Now we have got dual polity. Means two governments, these are parallel. Why these are parallel? See, these are parallel governments. Why? Because they got the power from the Constitution itself. If this is central government and this is state government, our government, maybe with respect to Jagan, maybe with respect to Bommai, they have a set of powers given by Constitution. These powers are not given by center, right? On the other hand, diarchy means there is only one government, but there will be two rulers or two authorities. Is the point clear? Here, dual polity means two governments itself. On the other hand, diarchy means only one government, but within the single government will be having two authorities. See, these are some of the toughest concepts. Like, if you like, the things are clear, your president, prime minister, they are just a cakewalk. Right? So this has to be there in your mind. Constitution, any law cannot violate Constitution, any rule cannot violate a law or Constitution. So, are the things clear to you? State is equal to center. No, wrong. Okay. So if now the mic is open, if at all, if you have got any doubt, you can just ask. Right? Any doubt with respect to these concepts or the things what I told?
Hello.
Please go ahead.
ಸರ್, ಅದು ಇವರು ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ನವ್ರು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಾನೂನು ಮಾಡುವಾಗ,
ಓಕೆ,
ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯಾವುದು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಪರ್ಪೋಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಲಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ?
No. Like you are like already you have read Lakshmikant, all these things. Don't worry. Now just See, as I told you, there are two types of democracies, parliamentary and presidential. Things are different. Don't go in depth. Just as of now, just think that law making, legislature, execution is executive. Astane. Our tagondu, your tagondu, enu beda. Because I'll say, the things are little complicated. And also, like you have to speak in English. Because like we have got people from Assam, West Bengal, Himachal Pradesh, they feel very bad. It doesn't matter. You speak in English, right? Okay, we'll move forward, right?
Sir, could you briefly explain about dual polity and diarchy, sir? Because some
Please come again. Hello.
Sir, is mic audible, sir?
Audible. Please go ahead.
Sir, give a brief example on dual polity and diarchy, sir. Because some doubt in that, sir. Because dual polity is two parallel government. In diarchy, two authorities.
Yes. Okay, I'll
What's the
explain
difference,
that.
sir? What's the difference, and give one example, sir.
Okay, I'll explain that. Yesterday I explained now, so I just skipped them. Okay, right. So here, dual polity. Now what we have is dual polity. What is that? Two parallel governments. What are these two parallel governments? The example is, say for example, India. Central government is one. Second, state government is one. Right? Is this clear to you now? Dual polity, two governments. Example, central government, state government. Right? Okay. Next, diarchy. Here, government is same. Government is one. Say for example, under like Government of India Act of 1919 and also under 1935, we had diarchy. So in diarchy, what is the thing is, government is one, but there will be two authorities. So here, the two authorities were, one is with respect to, in this acts, transferred subjects. So these transferred subjects were given to Council of Ministers headed by the governors or the person there. On the other hand, the reserved subjects were maintained by Governor General. So here, government is one. Some subjects are taken care by someone, some authority. And some subjects are taken by another authority. Okay, let me explain you one more here. Say for example, in the beginning, when Britishers came. So when Britishers came, we were having different systems. In that also, what they made is, they made a bifurcation. The collection of revenue they took, and administration they left to one. So administration was done by someone, revenue was done by someone. So here within the government, two authorities. They're different, right? Don't worry, these are very like deep concepts. Go once again, read it, and if you read it like other than what I have explained, if you read anywhere, you'll get more confused. Can we say present USA as a diarchy? No. Like, okay, the concepts are very deep. Like I'll take up once again, because you should know what are the like things behind those things, right? Don't worry. So the best method is not to put difficult concepts, right? Just kidding, don't worry. Okay, see, this is very important. All of you, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎದೊಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಲಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೆಲವರು ಮಲಿಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಹೊಸ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಆಯ್ತು, ರೈಟ್? ಓಕೆ. Law of subsidiary. What is this? Law of subsidiary. Something that is of secondary importance or functions in a supporting capacity. Subsidiary andre secondary. Just remember these two words. Law of subsidiary. Subsidiary means secondary. Here the concept is explained very beautifully. The Oxford Dictionary defines subsidiary as a principle that central authority should have the subsidiary functions, performing only those tasks which cannot be performed at a more local level. So what does this mean? We have got central authority. Say for example, government. So this government should do, the central government should do only subsidiary functions, means only secondary functions, or perform only those tasks which are not performed at more local level. Local level, which is the most basic level, citizens. After that comes your community, right? After that comes like village. After that, panchayat, mandal, taluk. So if a citizen can do a work on his own, he should be allowed. If he is not able to do, it should be given to community. If community cannot do, it has to be given to village. If village cannot do, it has to be given to the state. If state cannot do, it has to be given to the nation. Let me explain this with a simple example. Say for example, defense of the country. Can individual do that? No. So individual cannot do. Can community do? No. Can village do the defense of the whole country? No. So these things will be delegated to the central government, central authority. On the other hand, let us take some example like sanitation. Sanitation. Can we do sanitation and related things at panchayat level? Can we do at panchayat level? Yes, we can do. So sanitation is given to panchayat. Sanitation, this subject should not be dealt with the central government. Why? This subject can be dealt in a lower level. Okay, the things will be more elaborate. Give your attention. I'll just explain these things again. Sorry. Law of subsidiarity should be followed in democracy. The central idea of subsidiarity is that citizens has sovereigns in the democracy, all powerful. Above citizens who don't have anything. Sovereign in democracy are the final decision makers. Very, very important. So who are the final decision makers? A question may be asked. If a question is asked, who is the final decision maker in a democracy? The options are Prime Minister, second, Council of Ministers, President, people. So D is the people. Which is the answer? Who is the final decision maker in the democracy? D, people, not your PM, legislature or anything. They take decisions, but on behalf of people. The final decision maker in democracy is always people. People are sovereign. So let me just elaborate this concept too. Dear students, in democracy, citizens are king. Citizens are king. They're all powerful. They're all powerful. They have delegated their power to their representatives. They have delegated. Delegation. What is the meaning of delegation? Ultimate authority still stays with them. Right? So they are delegating this. And they are also the stakeholders. Stakeholders means a person who is having a stake, interest in any decision or activity of an organization. So if I say that I am a stakeholder in an organization, means I am an individual or group which has an interest in the decisions or the activities of the organization. So here citizens are the stakeholders and they are also sovereign in democracy and they are the final decision makers. citizens are also consumers of all services provided by the state. See here, very important again. Here, citizens are sovereign, all powerful. They are the final decision makers. At the same time, they are the consumers of the services provided by the state. So what all the state is providing services like electricity, water, road, everything. They are the consumers of these services. So what is the implication here? The citizen, sovereign consumer. Citizen is a sovereign, all powerful, and also is a consumer. He must exercise as much authority as possible. So citizens has to exercise as much authority as possible. Citizen has to exercise as much authority as practicable and delegate upward the rest of the functions. So the maximum authority the citizen can exercise should be given. The rest of the functions which require economics of scale, technology, say for example, we want to launch rocket. Can individual citizen do? No. Can community do? No. Can village do? No. Can a city do? No. Can a state do? No. So it is given to the country, the central government. So here, upward delegation, delegate upward functions which requires economics of scale, managerial capacity or collective amenities. Is this things clear to you? This should be the principle which should be followed in democracy. Very, very important. See here, two important things. Students are going wrong in these things. When UPSC says that in-depth understanding, what they are taking this has more number of facts. No, that is not the thing. In-depth understanding means how they are correlated, to one another. That is the thing. Sorry. The function shall be carried out closer to citizens at the smallest unit of governance possible and delegate upwards only when the local unit cannot perform the task. You are delegating only when the local unit is not able to perform the task. If citizen is not capable, move to community side that. Citizen delegate those functions he cannot perform to the community. Functions that community cannot discharge are passed on to the local governance in smaller tiers and so on. From the smaller tiers to the larger, from the local government to the state government, and from the states to the union. In this scheme, the citizen and community are the center of governance. So what is the center of governance? The center of governance is the people and the community. Group of community, just a group of people, right? In place of traditional hierarchy, there will be ever enlarging concentric circles of government, and delegation is outward depending upon the necessity. This needs little elaboration. If you don't understand this also, it doesn't matter. It's little difficult. We'll understand as we proceed. So what is they are saying? Generally, in hierarchy, what happens? Say, for example, small example. Think that you are all aware of police department. Think that SP. So think that there is one SP. Below that, you have got many DYSPs. Below him, you think that there are many sub-inspectors, SIs. Below SA, you have got many constables. Think like that. So here, generally, traditionally, what is happening is he is delegating the work. SP, what he cannot do, he will delegate the work to DYSP. DYSP to the SI. SI to the constable. This is traditional form. So this is not the correct way. It is not the correct way. It has, in fact, has to go to other way around. From citizens to community, community to village, village to the state, state to the central government, like that. Right? State. Okay. So law of subsidiarity. Is there anyone? Power can be taken at any point of time. Yes. Not only power, along with power, authority, delegation. See the concept of delegation. What is delegation? You often get this concept. Delegation. I'll explain this with the concept. Say, for example, I am a manager. Manager. I have got a file or I have got some work. I have got some work, X work. This work I have to do. The authority and responsibility for work X is with manager, me. I will delegate this work to my subordinate. Say, for example, Ramu. I will delegate this work to Ramu. So Ramu will be doing this work, but ultimate authority and power rests with the manager. At any point of time, he can ask for evidence, he can take back this project, he can do whatever he wants. This is delegation. He is not giving completely. Ultimate authority and responsibility stays with the person who delegates, though the work is done by others. Say, like a small day-to-day example. Say, for example, father. Father has ultimate authority and responsibility. Father asks his son to do some work. Son will be doing that work, but ultimate authority and responsibility stays with the father. That is delegation, right? Is there any difference between power and authority? Yes, there is a lot of difference. So why I don't explain these things is will like the class will be extended. So one like I will take up this power plus legitimacy. Power plus legitimacy is equal to authority. Say, for example, power. A 7th standard student can beat 5th standard student because he is having more power. But he is not having legitimacy. Right? With respect to legitimacy, a teacher, a parent beats her child or a student. Here they have got power and also legitimacy. That is legal. Here legitimacy means they are following something. There may be law, that may be a custom, that may be a tradition. This tradition has given legitimacy. This law has given legitimacy. Say, for example, police. Police person comes and asks you like why you are not wearing helmet. Because this legitimacy is given by law. Parents can ask you what you are doing. This legitimacy is given by tradition, custom. When you have got both power and legitimacy, that is known as authority. Right? Is the concept clear? So authority, when we say that a person is having authority, it means that he is having both power and it is legitimate. Legitimacy may be with respect to anything, like from with respect to law, custom, tradition, things like that. Is the concept clear to you? Who asked this doubt? Okay, sorry. State. See, here I am introducing so many important concepts. Even those, say for example, many are there who have written prelims. They are not aware of the concept of state. So why I'm saying is, this is difficult. If you find it difficult, just after like 1 or 2 periods, the things will be very clear to you, right? So can anyone explain the meaning and the difference between state and a government? Those of you who have been, like I can see many of you who have been preparing for last 1 or 2 years. What is a state? What is the difference between state and a government? So which of these diagrams are correct? State, government. Is this A is correct or B? This is government. This is state. Which one is correct? States. Okay, Ramesh. Guesswork. All guessworks are going wrong. See, all who typed B, gone. Okay. When I said B is wrong, the only option is A. Okay, very clever. So I'll explain these things, right? See, the concepts are very tough, but as of now, just take the things what I am giving, because these are the most simplified forms and yet authenticated, right? Okay, what is state? State refers to a political institution. State refers to a political institution that represents sovereign people who occupy a definite territory. So let me explain this state. First, there are many important things in this definition. What is that? First of all, state refers to the political institution, political system. So institution, very simplest meaning. So you might have come across, like you may come across this word many often. The word institution means there is something which is based on certain set of rules, certain set of standards. Not rules won't be that correct. Anything which is based on certain standards or principles. Is the concept clear to you? What is an institution? Institution is anything which runs based on certain set of standards and principles. Right? Is the concept of institution clear to you? I'll explain this. Till now, institution means anything which runs based on certain standards of principle. Say, for example, family is an institution. Family is an institution. Do all of you agree that there are certain set of standards and principles based on which the family runs? Do you agree with me? Yes or no? Right? Yes. So family is an institution. Marriage. So is marriage an institution or not? So don't say like only two options, 50-50 will be always right. Like how it will be means, today there are like 70% chances of getting rain. Means if rains is 70% correct. If it doesn't rain, it will be 30% correct. Yes, marriage is a social contract. Yes, like it's way more than that. Marriage is an institution. Why? Why is marriage an institution? Because it runs on certain standards and principles. Family is an institution. Society is an institution. Society runs based on certain customs, traditions. So anything. So see, the concept of institution is not clear for many. Please internalize here. Institution means anything which runs based on certain rules and principles. So moving forward, state represents the political institution that represents sovereign people. So state is representing a institution, political institution that represents sovereign people. Means it represents those who are all powerful, not those who are not having any power, and they occupy definite territory. Right? This is the most accepted definition. On the other hand, government is responsible for administering and enforcing laws. Government can change with election. See the difference here? State is a political institution. State represent what? State represent sovereign people. State represent sovereign people. On the other hand, what is government? Government is a device. Government is a means, right? So government is a means, is a system to govern ourselves. So are you getting the concept? So now tell me, which is a bigger one? State represents sovereign people. Government represent a instrument. Now, can anyone say, like, which is the bigger one? State is bigger. State. Okay, great. So great. Like it's good. Like you understood the concept. Like it's just the beginning. We'll go in depth of all these things. This is just the fringes. What I'm doing, just the periphery. The only reason is I don't want you to confuse a state. ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇನ್ನೂ ಡೀಪ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನನಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Now you don't get yourself confused, right? Okay. State, on the other hand, refers to political institution that represent sovereign people who occupy definite territory, right? Moving forward, summing up everything and clearing all your confusion. Often we come out of the term state. State has important components. In that, government is also a component. State will be having permanent population, nomadic, no, permanent population, definite territory, government, capacity to enter into relation with other states. So are you getting me? So government is different, state is different. Government is within state. So here, my dear students, I am once again saying you, these things are very, very deep. Don't bother anything other than what I say. Just fix these things. Like if you like think like how government, how sovereign people, you may get confused. All this thinking, interrelating things we'll do later, right? Okay. State shall constitute of sole person in the eyes of international law. State, say for example, for United Nations, if there is one person or one entity with which United States can have relation, or with which it recognizes, that sole person is state. State shall constitute sole person, one and only. Sole means only person in the eyes of international law. So if there is any dispute, say for example here, Indian Ocean or anything like that, so international bodies, they will approach you because you are the sole person representing the interest of this area, right? Governance. So please give due attention. So Salpa, like just for 30 seconds, just relax. We are into new concept. These are very, very important concepts. Even after completing polity, these concepts won't be clear, right? Because you will be taught only constitution, not polity, not social justice, or not anything like governance. So please give due attention. According to second ARC, governance is primarily a series of service operations with the ultimate objective of maximizing citizens' welfare. So, dear students, ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕತೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ. Some might have thought that yesterday I told some stories with respect to governance. Governance means anything which maximizes citizens' welfare. No, I am just taking the words of one of the most authentic report, like one of the most like apex in administration. ಅದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಏನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅದು ರಾಂಗೆ. If second ARC says something right, means that is right. So ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವರು senior citizens are, what about Supreme Court? No, ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ, right? Don't worry, those who are there, if I say senior citizen, never mind, because I am the senior most here. You may be senior, I am the senior most. Don't worry. Okay, so governance andre what you have to keep in mind. See, what I want all my students is just 1 or 2 words for all the concepts. 1 or 2 words. From then we can build everything. If the skeleton is right, building flesh and nerves is a very, very easy thing. Don't worry. So just remember this, maximizing citizens' welfare. Simplify that, put even in your own words. Anything done or anything which maximizes citizens' welfare is known as governance. If you can reproduce this, okay. See, here, if you try to remember as it is, primarily a series of service operations with the ultimate objective of second ARC has rarely given more than 1000 definition. You have to then you have to remember all those things. No, give the crux. In the examination, you have to write according to second ARC. Governance is anything done for maximizing citizens' welfare. If you write this, more than sufficient, nothing more than this is expected. And in fact, nothing more than this is possible for you to write in the examination. Right? Okay. Let us make the things very simple once again. Sir, please explain the first point once. Okay. So I'll come back. First point. Okay. Okay. This one. Okay. According to second ARC, governance is primarily, first of all, a series of service operations. Service operations means providing services. So, primarily a series of service operations. These operations are intended to provide services with the ultimate objective of maximizing citizens' welfare. So, what is the objective of providing services? Objective of providing services is maximizing citizens' welfare. Right? Clear? This like take the literal meaning, no in-depth things involved here. So, government includes, what all the things included in government? Go ahead, bigger type, multi type fast. So, what all the things included in government? Go ahead. So in government we had executive, legislature and judiciary. Governance includes what? Executive, legislative, judiciary. Governance I am asking. Government is this one. Here we have come to governance. Yesterday almost like we discussed this thing in depth. NGO, okay. Then international organization, okay, right? So here, please give due attention here. See here you have to internalize this point. Government includes anything which is, governance includes anything which maximizes citizens' welfare. So if NGO is involved in maximizing citizens' welfare, if NGO is providing services, civil society is providing services, civil society is doing something for the maximization of the citizens' welfare, they all include in governance, right? Governance includes political, social, economic aspects, means it includes everything. It includes everything. It includes individual, household, village, region, nation, district, everything. Government, civil society, market, NGO, everything is included. So let me explain this with a Venn diagram here. See, think that this is your governance. This is your governance. Then your government, civil society, they're part. Market is a part, village is a part, household is a part, economic life. All these things are present in governance. Government is a part of governance. People groups, yes, everything. Right? So now, like, let me just give one more definition. After that, let me ask for doubts, right? Governance is the act of collective problem solving. See, I have given one definition in that primarily series of service operations which ultimately maximize citizens' welfare. Just remember, anything which maximizes citizens' welfare is governance according to second ARC. Just say second ARC, nobody can question, right? That is one way. The other thing also means the same. They are not different. Governance is the act of collectively solving our problems. So what is the other name for problem solving? Decision making. So the second way of the most accepted way I'm giving you. One way is second ARC. Second is governance is the act of collectively solving our problems. Or governance is the act of collective decision making. Right? Then what is government? Government is the instrument we use. Is the things clear? So e word nimge elli odu sigalla, tumba important idu. So illi innond ತರ ಇದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ನೋಡಿ. Like you can make this another way. Governance is an act of maximizing citizens' welfare. Maximizing citizens' welfare. One way. Governance is an act of collectively solving our problem. Second way. Governance is the act of collective decision making. All mean the same. If you write one, it will be more than sufficient. Right? See, what we are like talking of, all the things are the things related to society, sociology, where you may have multiple views. There may be having, like, say for example, what is happiness? This can be defined in 1,000 ways. It is subjective, right? Oh, the things are clear to you now. So the mic is open. If you have got any doubt, just type me or just take the phone mic, right? So my thing is now, what I want to make sure is the concept of government and governance clear? So if this is clear to all, we'll move forward, because very important, because afterwards we may not get this time. Clear, sir? Clear? Okay, great, right? So it will be like, we'll move forward. Like, you may get some doubt, don't worry. Like, these are very in-depth concepts, because the whole polity revolves around these things. There are different views given by different people. This is the most authentic thing. Like, I have given the clarity also. Second ARC, you can't question second ARC, right? Okay, great. Right, moving forward. Okay. Good governance. See, this concept I won't go in depth. It is not according to second ARC. Just like, I don't want to leave this. At the same time, I don't want to confuse you. One important thing is, I won't say what is good governance. Number one, in this session, I won't say what is good governance, but I will say, like, how the term evolved, the good governance term, how it evolved, and what is the criteria or the basis. What are the criteria or the basis taken for the definition of good governance? So if you don't understand the concept of good governance today, don't worry. Just I'm introducing this, because I want to make sure that the concept of government and governance are clear. All this good governance, ethical governance, just adding one suffix or prefix, that's it. Right? So good governance. This concept is a very, very new concept, very important. Who gave this concept? कौन इसको नामकरण किया? नामकरण यार ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? World Bank. कर्ता ಗುಡ್ ಗವರ್ನೆನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನ ಈ ಜಗತ್ತಿಗೆ ತಂದು ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಹಾ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ವೇರ್ ಡಿಡ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್? ಇನ್ ದೇರ್ 1989 study on sub-Saharan Africa and reports entitled Governance and Development. So in these reports, World Bank came up with certain criteria, came up with certain conditions. See, sub-Saharan Africa, what was happening is World Bank was giving money. World Bank was giving money. There, that money was used in genocide. In genocide between, like say for example, terrorist activities, non-useful activities, or corruption. So again, then World Bank said, no, we cannot give money unconditionally. We make sure that there are certain conditions, there are certain criteria. If you have those, then only we will be giving the loan. The same thing in the report, governance and development. Right? So some of the things of this slide, it's a economic and political governance. Okay. The concept of governance is given by World Bank. The concept of governance was introduced by World Bank in its two reports. 1989 and 1992. Right? That's it. In that report, World Bank has put certain conditions for giving loan, aid. Those conditions were referred to as conditions for good governance. Right? The concept of good governance, it has evolved over a period of time. Here we have got four perspective with respect to good governance. Means there are four ways, there are four perspectives to say what is good governance. Say for example, good boy. How do you say an individual is a good boy? There are four perspectives, four criteria. What are they? Number one, good governance can be constructed as an aid conditionalities prescribed by international lending agencies. Nodipa, Pakistan, please, you should have transparency in governance. I am giving money for you. You are putting all these things in Balochistan, Afghanistan areas and Kashmir areas. So don't do that. So first perspective is, it is a condition. Aid means help. Conditionality. Governance can be constructed as aid conditionality prescribed by international lending agencies. Second, good governance can be constructed as collaborative problem solving. Collaborate means coming together, cooperative problem solving. Or quality of governance. Governance, you know, it is related to the quality of the governance. Good governance can be seen as strengthening democratic values, ethos, such as accountability, transparency, responsiveness, etc. So these are the perspectives. Don't worry, we'll take up this concept again. This is just introduction for good governance, right? So now we have completed these things, governance, just the perspective. Now let us dive into administration. What is administration? What is public administration? What is bureaucracy? Right? Okay. Right? Shall we move? Like, I'll do one thing. Like, I'll take another 40 minutes and I will wind up the things, because breaks, all these things. Even if I take a break and if I take till 10 o'clock, it won't be like we won't be having even 2.5 hours. So what I do is, like, by 9 I'll wind up the things. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಯಾರಿಗಾರು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇನ್ನ ಒಂದು 4 ಗಂಟೆ, right? Because I feel you are already tired, you are not active in chat box, right? Okay. So coming to the concepts here. So, right. Administration. What is administration? So those of you freshers, you can give general answers. What is administration? I am from Maharashtra, cannot understand Telugu. So Rakesh, nodi idu nanage like okay. See, Rakesh is saying I am from Maharashtra, I cannot understand Telugu. So like definitely I won't speak in Telugu or Kannada. Like you have to understand this. All South Indian, they will go to Delhi. In Delhi, nearly 50% of the teaching will be in Hindi. If they say that, even if they say that 100% English, minimum 20% will be Hindi. See how our students will feel. Rakesh, I just used like not even more than 15 seconds. Like I made a rule. Even if I say it won't be more than 15 seconds or 30 seconds. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಈಗ ಮಾಡೋದು. Okay. Okay, don't worry. Just don't worry. If I am saying something, I am just saying, see, these are the things, don't worry. So those kind of things. If I say something important, I'll tell you also. Right? These are just like amare log hai. We have to give, right? And majority is also there. But we'll take care of minority also. Don't worry. Right? Okay. So like I won't be using more than 50 seconds. Just like, okay. Let's come back. Okay. Here everyone. What is administration? Please go ahead. So kate heludre keltira, question keludre yaru answer madi. So what is administration? Management. Good. Administration is a process of management. Okay, great. Vega. Still fast. What is administration? You are going to be an administrator. Ruling. No, wrong. Anyone? Just words. Don't write stories. Administration of law. No. Administration of process of maintenance, serving. No. Organization, policy making, implementation, body of implementation. Oh, okay. Great. Okay, stop. Give your attention. See here, you have to relate three important things. Administration, organization. Administration, organization, management. So for those of you experts who defined administration as management, please give your attention here. Administration, organization, management. They are generally used interchangeably, but they are separate. They have distinct meaning. Right? This should be the one thing should be clear to you. Administration, organization, and management are separate. Right? Let us start with organization. So organization, what do you want to take, say for example, civil service organization or anything like that. Any organization, in any organization, what will be there? There will be people, there will be procedures, there will be systems. So organization, you have to think that as an organization, you have to think that as a machine. What is this organization? Organization is the machine. So who is using this machine? This machine is used by management. Why is this management using this machine organization? To achieve the goals, objectives or policies set by administration. Right? Okay, I'll make the things clear once again. Okay. So administration will make policy. in any organization. General, don't go to government, all those things. Policy or important decisions, or they set goals, right? So who sets organizational goals? Administration. Who will achieve this? So administration does these things. Who will achieve this? Management. So administration decides the policies. Administration decides the goals. Even administration decides the means also. How you have to carry out these things. What management does is just achieving these policies, achieving these goals. In this process, they use one machine. In this process, they use one machine, that is organization. Is this clear? So, organization is a group of people coming together. Great. Coming together, they have specific goal or purpose. So, is the concept clear here? So, I'll go forward, don't worry. Like, first, minimum, bare minimum I have said. Administration forms the goals, policies. Management achieves them. To achieve them, management uses one instrument or one thing known as organization. Is this clear to you? The three things in the simplified form? Please give definition. Administration is, I'll definitely. This is just the fringes. Just the fringes. Just you understand this word, we'll go in depth. Right? Okay. So here, these concepts we'll be discussing. Okay. Administration, bureaucracy, public administration. See, these are the areas where these concepts are present. Bureaucracy, administration. See, here you have got in 4th chapter, civil service, emotional intelligence, you are applying to administration. Then 6th chapter, once again, ethics in public administration, civil service values. Here you have to apply probity in governance. Every place you will be having these things. In preliminary examination, the political area will be covered. In mains, the governance area, right? So to just show you, as I told you, we'll take up the questions later. What does ethics seeks to promote in human life? See, this is a question. I was saying like there are some concepts which will be applied to society and governance. So you can see here. See, ethics is a concept. You know how ethics seeks to promote human life. The 4 things what we have discussed, right? Why is it all more important in public administration? So this is a 2014 question. Very simple. Similarly, they may ask you, why is it more important in civil service? Why is it more important in professional life? Why is it more important in public life? That's it, right? So like that, we have got many questions. So these are just simply questions just to show that how the things are interrelated. Like if I read these things, you'll just confuse. So just go through them. Like I'll be giving these things in PDF. Just go through them. We'll discuss all these things. So administration. What is administration? Administration literally means management of the affairs. Here we have got 2 things, public and private. So administration is a very broader term. It has got both public and private. So here there may be one word which may be confusing to you. Means of management. The term administration means management. So like those of you, just remove these things. Means of management, beda. You'll get confused. The term administration is applicable to both public and private. So administration is present in both public and private organizations. Administration in the organization. Administration is the the organization and use of men and material to accomplish a purpose. So here we have got two things. What are the things which are happening in administration? They are organizing the things. See, don't take this to organization. This is organizing. Organization and use of men, human things, and materials means all the resources, money, everything. So it is organizing men and material. Why you are organizing men and material? To accomplish a purpose. So here there is an element of cooperation. There is an element of group work. Will you agree with me or not? So administration doesn't mean individual work. It is a group work. The group is cooperating. Why? To accomplish a purpose. That is administration. See, don't worry. These are general terms. Literal meaning you can take. Right? I am giving some of the most accepted things. You can use these things in your own word, but the thing is, you should have the crux. See, say for example, it's always said often. If you know, like, what is the real crux of Buddha's thoughts, then you can say everything. According to Buddha, this is the thing. Are you getting me? So if you know what exactly Buddha stands for, not only Buddha or anyone, say for example, Mahatma Gandhi, you know for what he stands. It doesn't mean that you should know everything what he has said. If you know exactly the things, then just put the things in your own words. Right? Very important definition is a Nobel laureate, Herbert Simon, very, very important, prominent figure in public administration. In its broadest sense, administration can be defined as the activity of groups cooperating. So it is activity of groups cooperating to accomplish common goal. Very important, simple, self-explanatory. Group cooperating, why they are cooperating? To accomplish common goals. So important here, just remember these two things. In any administration, you have got two elements which are very, very essential. They are collective effort. It's not individual effort. And we have got a common purpose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, we have got, think that these are individuals. Administration is a collective effort of all these things. Why? Not for many purposes. No, we have got one purpose, common purpose. For that we are going. This is administration. Right? Thus, administration means cooperative effort of a group of people in pursuit of common objective. Administration is universal process and occurs in diverse institutional settings. Administration is universal, means it is applicable in all the places. Based on the institutional setting, place, administration can be divided into public administration and private administration, right? So based on the institutional setting, we can divide administration into two. So administration, this can be divided into two. One is public administration and another is private administration. Public administration refers to the administration which operates in the governmental setting. We have got the four organs, legislative, executive, and judiciary, which operates in this setting. This is known as, concerning these things, this is known as public administration. Sorry. Right? Next, well, private administration refers to the administration which operates in non-governmental setting, that is business enterprise. Right? Is the concept of public administration clear to you? See, here you have got Infosys. Infosys also has to run. there is also one administration, right? This is known as private administration. But there is another administration. That is also administration. There is another administration which operates in governmental setting. This is known as public administration, right? Very simple definition. The administration which operates in government setting is known as public administration. The public in public administration refers to government, right? What is the meaning of public in public administration? The word public in public administration refers to government administration. Very, very important. For this, if you internalize this, the concept of public administration is clear. So what is public administration? Just remove public, add government. Government administration is known as public administration. Administration, organization, management. Organization, as we have discussed, is the machine, is the structure, is the machine of management. Organization is the machine of management to achieve the ends. Who are determining the ends? Ends means goals. Ends means policies. Achieve the ends determined by the administration. So administration is the one who is determining the goals. The same thing here, which I have explained. I just read these things. Administration, organization, and management are used interchangeably. However, there is a specific difference in their meaning. Administration is the force which lays down the object. So, administration lays down the object, means what you have to do. Say you will be having objective. What is the objective of anything? What is the goal? That is laid down by administration, for which organization and management are to strive. So administration has put the object, has put the goal. Administration has put the goal. Organization and your management have to strive to achieve this goal. And the broad policies under which they are to be operated. So here, two important things. Administration is doing two important things. What are they? One is, it is giving the object, means goal. Policy is determined by administration. Not only that, it is also giving the broad ways in which it has to be achieved. It is giving the goals and also means as to how you have to achieve this. Is the things clear? Goal is also given by administration, and how you have to achieve these goals. What are the policies? What are the rules, regulations? All these things are also given by administration. One message here. Okay, great. So, is the concept clear to you? Are you getting confused? Right? This is a simple thing. Organization is the combination of necessary human beings, material, tools, equipment, and working space operators brought together in systematic and effective correlation to accomplish some desired object. Management is that which leads, guides, and directs an organization for the accomplishment of predetermined object. Here, sorry, give due attention here. Management leads, guides, and directs an organization. For what? For the accomplishment of predetermined object. So who has determined the object? Object is determined by your administration, right? Okay, great. So like I feel all of you are very brilliant, because these are in fact very tough concepts. More have like correlation and relation to public administration. In fact, Those of you who have read polity, the whole Lakshmikant, you won't get these things there. Right? Administration is the function. See, all these things, self-explanatory. It takes too much time. I'll go through, just read them. I'll give the slides. Just go through, read them again and again. There is nothing that you can't understand. Administration is the function of an industry in the determination of the policy. Determination of the policy. Management is the function of the industry concerned with the execution of the policy within the limits set by administration and employment of the organization for a particular object set before it. Right? Here, I want my students to correlate to the things which we have studied in ministry. So in ministry, we were having 3 things. So this is a homework, correlate. In ministry, we had 3 things. Similarly, we here have 3 things. Just say who is doing administration there, who is doing management there, and what is organization. Think it over. Right? Moving forward, organization is the function of an effective machine, management of an effective executive, and administration. 1 minute, I'll mute some noise. Okay. Sorry. Organization is the formation of an executive machine, management of an effective executive, administration of an effective direction. Administration determines the organization. Administration determines the organization. Management uses it. Administration defines the goal. Management strives towards that. See, same thing. But it has a lot of impact in your understanding. So I'm using this thing. Organization is a machine of management in the achievement of the ends determined by administration. Administration is a broader concept and includes within itself both organization and management. Right? So, Hagagi, so dear students, if you are sometime using administration, organization, management synonymously, interchangeably, don't worry, that is not a sin. Because administration is a broader concept, it includes organization and management. So, like when, say for example, when Meghna madam said, what is administration? She said management. She is not wrong. It's like, say for example, values. If someone says, what do you understand by values? If someone says that values are equal to ethics, they are not wrong. Because ethics are a part of value. All values are not in the form of standards. All values won't say what is right, what is wrong. Values just say what is important. This important may be because of any reason, because of interest. For many reasons, it may be important to you. Right? One short box. Organization plus management is equal to administration. Okay, but don't give formulas. That may be wrong. Just say it includes. It's not like give me like Na plus Cl is equal to NaCl. No, not like that. Right? Okay, but that's a good effort. In fact, that is see the same literal meaning. For your understanding, you can take like that. So, what is bureaucracy? See here, often you have heard the concept of bureaucracy. Like those of you who have already who have been prepared. So before I don't know who are there in the room. Just to for few seconds, those of you who have studied Lakshmikant, just say yes. Just say yes once. Like you have read Lakshmikant once. So it will be easy for me to tune. Yes, Pragna, yes, Lakshmikant, right. Don't worry, senior citizens, don't worry. If you have read, just say yes. Okay. No, Krishna, no. Started to read. Okay, great. Okay. Those who are starting, just message me. those who are starting the class with me, like very new, very fresh, the beginners. No freshers? Okay, great. Beginners, okay. Okay, me, okay. Not yet started, great. Okay, great. Okay, great. Guys, don't worry. Like when you see some students answering, just think, see, already they have answered. They already read so those things. So don't worry, don't feel low. And you just have to take the other way. See, these students already read those things, they don't know. You have to like take in this way. In any competitive exam, don't ever don't ever even accept that somebody is intelligent than. Because like for many reasons, you are the most intelligent person. That is the way you have to think. What are we refer? If we don't know, please suggest me. See, what are the we refer? Like, okay, I feel that what to refer books. See, I have already given the book. I have already given the book. Okay. So your question, see, I have already given complete syllabus. According to syllabus, like moral thinkers and philosophers, that is missing intentional. Otherwise, I have given notes for all the things. The book already is given to you. That is better than all. Better because like I have referred all the sources, everything. First, to begin with, you just concentrate on that one, and to begin with, just concentrate on what we teach in class. That will be more than sufficient. And I will be providing the PPT, all these things. At this point, I don't want you to refer any book. The only reason is you will get confused. Even the simplest of the simplest books will make you confused. Really, you go and refer any book. If you don't like, say for example, I will give you an example. Like in fact, I was confused. They'll be saying, say this is a page. They'll be saying like ethics means so and so, so and so. Suddenly they will start morals means this. Means they never say that we can use ethics and morals interchangeably. The author takes for granted that people know many things will happen. So don't worry, concentrate on the things. Now, same number, not a problem. No need. Like in another some days, we'll definitely meet. We'll just move the course in a solid way for 10-15 days. Afterwards, definitely I will call you back. Right? Okay. Bureaucracy. ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ why I have taken this is very difficult. I want to tell this again and again so that the concept is clear to you. So the concept of bureaucracy is misunderstood by most of the people, most of the students. They misunderstand that for civil service. Bureaucracy as a concept should not be confused with civil service. Should not be confused with public service. Then what is bureaucracy? Just one word. What is bureaucracy? Just if you don't know also, just throw some stones. What is bureaucracy? Because you might have heard this word. Okay, bureaucracy. Not elected government official. Court system consists of people who are not elected. Great. Then recruitment is not by election. Very good. Great. Then anyone, professional management, then which is self-administration. Great. Really, like you students are like little more brilliant than the average, I can say, because you are like near to the point. See, just I'll brief recruitment done with talent. Yes, you are all saying the correct thing. I will tell you the crux. See, what is bureaucracy? Think that there is a large organization. There is large organization. Say for example, HAL, Hindustan Aeronautic Limited. Here, Hindustan Aeronautic Limited, Bangalore. Here there are 15,000 workers. How many? 15,000 workers. Just think that each employee is paid 1 lakh rupees. So just think the salary given to these employees in 1 month. This is a fact. There are nearly 15,000 employees in Hindustan Aeronautic Limited. Like I just want to like open the horizons for you for the better understanding, right? That is one. Second thing here, second one. Say for example, Infosys. Infosys is a very big organization. Tata and Sons, big organization. Say for example, our family, who will be there? Father, mother, daughters, okay, grandma, over. But this is a small one. How to manage large organization? Is the point clear to you? When we were searching answers, when we were trying to find a best way to manage all big organizations, some principles, some concepts reverberate, they repeat. If you want to run a big organization efficiently, effectively, there are some things which has to be kept in mind. Let us take one by one. Say for example, Infosys. It's a big organization. How to make this organization efficient? My question number one, can Infosys run efficiently if recruitment is not based on talent? So they're not at all taking talent into consideration. They're taking caste into consideration. Think like that. Can Infosys work efficiently? No, right? Right. Another example. Infosys is there. Narayan Murthy and Sudha Narayan Murthy. Think that they are the head. So don't say all this. Think like that. Can we give Narayan Murthy sir and Sudha Narayan Murthy madam and other members in the organization same level, same power, same responsibility? No. Organization cannot run. So there has to be some hierarchy. In any big organization, hierarchy. So what I'm trying to say is, sorry, to manage any big organization, we need to follow, or there are some certain characteristics or principles. Following those things, if you follow those things, we'll get something. Following those things which make an organization efficient leads to one thing that is known as bureaucracy. So bureaucracy, dear students, it is a concept. It is a concept. Why? What is this concept? This is a concept to make any big organization efficient and effective, or a concept which is inevitable to run any big organization, right? But when this term became popular, like hundreds of years back, 100 or 200 years back, the only big organization at that point of time was government. The only big organization at that point of time was government. So the term bureaucracy became synonymous with government or the civil society, civil services for managing. So is the concept clear to you? Bureaucracy is a concept to run any big organization efficiently and effectively. It is inevitable to run any big organization. When the term became popular, the only big organization at that point of time, like 200 years back, was government. So the government and the people managing there, that is a civil servant, they became synonymous to bureaucracy. But the concept of bureaucracy cannot be confused and should not be equated to government or civil service. Right? Moving forward. Then what is bureaucracy? Bureaucracy refers to rationalization of collective activity. Right? This you have to internalize. Bureaucracy, don't give any other definition, don't give anything, just say rationalization of collective activity. Rationalizing the collective activity. Rationalization, what is rationalization? Rational. I am a rational person. Why? How can you say that I am a rational person? Rational means based on reason. Based on reason. Tarka. Yes, based on reason. Logic. Based on reason, logic. You can say knowledge. It's not like haphazard, illogical. No. Based on logical, based on reason. We have got the things applied to collective activity. Refers to rationalization of collective activities. So don't go in depth, just remember these three words. What is bureaucracy? Rationalization of collective activities. Right? Like repeat yourself. What is bureaucracy? Rationalization of collective activities. That is the crux. Right? Moving forward, think of any big organization. If you think of big organization, bureaucracy is inevitable. Let me explain. Say, for example, police organization. Right? Let us skip some steps also in the SP. Below that, DSP or DYSP. Anything is correct. DSP. Then think that SI. Then comes your sub-inspector. Sorry, yes, constable. Right? So think that this is a big organization. It's in fact a big organization. Now, just take all the principles which are present in police organization. Just alli ಏನೇನಿದೆಯೋ that is bureaucracy. What all the things present there, that is bureaucracy. Say for example, recruitment. What is the basis for recruitment? Merit system. There is hierarchy. Hierarchy. For those of you, exact meaning of hierarchy is this one. What is the meaning of hierarchy? The immediate. Note down. The immediate subordinate. Immediate subordinate means the immediate subordinate is under direct control and supervision. So what is hierarchy? Very simple, very authentic definition. In yarnu ellu kelbedi hierarchy anta term bandre, hierarchy means there the immediate subordinate is always in direct control and supervision. Say, I'll give you an example. Say for example, here constable is here. SI will come. So what he does? Namaste sir. Swami, Buddhi. Why? Because he is under the direct control and supervision. Take the other case. Here, headmaster. And think that there are some teachers or masters here. So, do you expect the same things which are present here? No. In fact, some teachers, some lecturers are more powerful and more troublemakers. They are headed to headmasters. Headmasters cannot handle teachers. Why? There is no hierarchy. Are you getting the meaning? So just type me what is hierarchy. Hierarchy here internalize two important things, that is subordinate, immediate subordinate. This immediate subordinate is under the direct control. Direct is important. Direct control and supervision. Direct control and supervision of the next person who is there. Every subordinate is under the direct control and supervision of the superior officer, right? Immediate, not immediate, immediate subordinate is under direct control and supervision of the superior. One word is missing. Good. Under direct control and supervision. Here you have to add two things, direct control and supervision. Subordinate is under direct control and supervision of the superior or the senior or anything, right? Great. Like if anyone says anything about hierarchy, this has to be added as nothing, right? Okay. So bureaucracy. What is bureaucracy? Okay. Like I'll just take 2 minutes. I'll wind up because these are very dense concepts. Tomorrow, like I will try to explain these things in a more simpler way, in such a way that like you shouldn't get doubt. That is my thing. So I will try to explain. Say for example, yesterday, government and governance I explained. I was not satisfied. So I made it simple. So it was clear to you. Tomorrow I will do the same. So like one message I got. Okay, great. So dear students, see I am making the things, everything is planned. If you get anything, say for example, if you want something to be improved, like if it is something very fatal, you just message me, I'll rectify those things. Otherwise, please stay with us for some few days. We'll be all in the rhythm, right? So what I was saying is, if there is anything needed to be improved, like which is determinantal as of now, please let me know. Like not only here, anywhere in Telegram or just message me, right? Okay. Enjoying concepts, very good. Please give your number. I have already given, like you can take that. Okay, 76. Once again 76. Afterwards 211. Afterwards 367. This is the one. So you can message me. So please, if I don't answer suddenly or immediately, please don't mind. Say for example, after finishing the class, like it takes minimum 1 hour to wind up the things, right? I have to take food, things like that. That is not the excuse, but I am telling the reality, right? Okay, let's not waste the time. Bureaucracy, the characteristic, it is called as legal. See, just 2 minutes concentrate madi, you can go. Like bureaucracy means legal. Why bureaucracy is legal? Bureaucracy, say for example, in bureaucracy we have got legal rational authority. We have got legal rational authority. Authority, you know the meaning. So already someone asked, what is authority? Can anyone tell me what is authority? In chat box, just use even words, chain of command and legal authority. What is authority? Just 2 words. Authority is equal to power plus legitimacy. Great. Power plus somebody is okay. Having permission. Yes, but power plus legitimacy, just you remember that throughout your life you can use that. Okay. Authority is equal to power plus legitimacy. Example I have given you. Your mother, your father, they are having legitimacy. They are having power plus legitimacy. Means they have got authority. Right? Parents. See here also you have to give due attention. Parents, if they have power and legitimacy, that is authority. Think, son is very powerful. Son is very powerful. Son is powerful, but father is having legitimacy. Can we call this authority? Yes or no? Can we call this as authority? No, we cannot say. If we say that there is authority, if we say that there is authority, they should have both power and legitimacy. Just having legitimacy or just having power? No. It happens. Say for example, for all of us, our mothers will be the one of the people who train us, beat us. But as our height increases, first what we'll do, someone will catch hold of her hand or stick, like that. So it goes like that. Someday you will grow taller than your mother. After that, mother stops beating you. So she will be having legitimacy, no power. Right? Okay. Good. ಕತೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ. Let's concentrate. Bureaucracy is legal rational authority. So hagadre, then please tell me the authority that a parent has towards his son or daughter. Which kind of authority? This is bureaucracy is legal rational authority. The authority which parents are having is because of our customs, traditions. Because of our customs and traditions. Yes, social, very good. Norms, right? Okay. Obedience is not to the person who holds the authority, but to the impersonal order which is rational. Here, bureaucracy, just if you internalize this word, the whole bureaucracy is in your mind. Bureaucracy is legal rational authority. In bureaucracy, say for example, police constable. Here, the obedience you are showing to police constable, IAS officer, is not to the person, not to that sub-inspector who holds the authority, but to the impersonal order which is rational. Impersonal order which is rational. Impersonal order is asking why you are not having helmet. He is asking this, and this is rational. It is not irrational. So just go home. This is a very value loaded and difficult word. I am getting exact meaning of rational. Oh, great. Very good. Okay. Right? So this is the obedience in bureaucracy. Obedience is not to that person. You are not obeying sub-inspector. You are not obeying any constable. When sub-inspector or constable comes near to you, most of you are afraid, especially while going on bike, because some or the other thing will be missing. Why you are afraid? You are not afraid of this person. You are afraid of that impersonal order. One has to wear helmet. Why you are afraid of this impersonal order? That is rational. Say I just fell down like recently. Somehow nothing happened. Why? God was with me. Along with that, helmet was also with me. Irrational. That is the reason why we are asking you to wear helmet. Right? Let us move on. Bureaucracy is legal because authority, what policeman is exercising, authority is exercised by means of system of rules and procedures. The authority exercised by an individual in bureaucracy, say your sub-inspector This authority is exercised by means of system of rules and procedures. If you are not wearing helmet, this one. If you are not having license, this is a punishment. So there are certain rules and procedures. That is the reason bureaucracy is legal. Very important. Why bureaucracy is legal? Because in bureaucracy, authority is exercised according to the law, the rules, the regulations, the procedures. Since the authority is exercised, or not to confuse much, since rules and regulations are followed, we can say that it's legal. Then how can you say that this is rational? It is rational because means are expressly designed to achieve certain specific ends. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ concentration ಕೊಡಿ, ತುಂಬಾ late ಆಗಿ, it's getting late, but you have to give due concentration here. I'll explain this again tomorrow, but as of now, see here, obedience you understood. Obedience, why you are obeying? Because of authority, right? You understood why it is legal. It is also rational. Why rational? The means used are rules and regulations. These rules and regulations are so designed. Say rules and regulations, helmet. We have to wear helmet. Why these rules? This rule is there to achieve specific ends. So all the rules what we have are to achieve specific ends. So it is rational, right? Okay, are you with me? Sir, I did not understand this concept. Which concept? Legal rational authority. If you don't understand legal rational authority, not a problem. This is a concept. If you understand after 6 months also, it's okay. But I will explain tomorrow once again. What do you mean by impersonal order? Say for example, I am giving the order according to my whims and fantasies. Say for example, I am SI. Say if I give order on what I think is good, what I think bad, that is personal. If I give orders based on rules and regulation, I in person is not you been there. So it is impersonal. By law, right? Don't worry, bureaucracy, this concept is one of the most difficult, unbiased or anything. I'll be providing the PDF of all these things in 5 to 10 minutes in the app. Just go through that. Afterwards, if you have got any doubt, you can ask me tomorrow, right?